toxic bug spray also.
Okay, adjustments.
I think it looks
Further back.
pretty good.
I'm like,
You're
I
right.
feel all
So
far
it's-
back.
Be smiley.
It's like, am I, what's wrong? Here, I'll move back a little bit.
Yeah.
There we go. Cute.
Hi.
Hey, are we live? Oh, we
Looks
are
like
live.
we are already.
We're sort of
already
framing you. Did you see, we're framing you pink,
Not
and,
pink.
and yeah, not pink. Yeah, there's a good way.
I think we look pretty darn good. Wait,
We do.
we should scooch over a little bit because Linda's
I'm
sort
a
of
little-
chopped off. There we go.
Yeah.
There we
Is that
go.
better?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the Three Stooges.
Yeah. We've never. Well, we have had guests here,
we've
so.
had guests. We have a guest today. Yay, on another winter day that will last just one day.
Yeah. About.
Okay.
So this is Shanon Larson.
Hi.
Yay! Thanks for coming, Shanon, on the only cold day we've had
I
in
know.
6 weeks.
Yeah,
But-
this is our first time having Shannon here, I think.
Yep.
We do have guests occasionally, but this is a special day.
Yeah, Shannon's been living in. You've lived in Billings for a long time.
Yep.
She's just been living.
Yeah.
She's just
living.
Design.
Just Living Designs.
Designs.
So if you, she has her own podcast or vlog, however
Yep.
you want to
YouTube.
term it, on YouTube
You've
called
been
Just Living
designing
Designs.
for a
Yep.
long time.
Yep. And I have tutorials on that channel as well for a lot of different things, and that I keep adding to. So.
Yeah, I feel like the few tutorials that we have on our channel get a lot.
People like
views.
tutorials.
Yep.
And
We
there's
have
so
some
many
very
of them.
specific, like for certain patterns, and man, I think we've had like 10,000 views on,
Yeah.
on a couple of them. So
But how long have you been knitting?
I started when we moved here, so 2006,
Okay.
and you
taught
moved here
myself.
from?
South Dakota.
Okay, you guys already married. You
Yep.
married there, moved here.
Married
for a
there,
job.
moved here for my husband's job,
Okay.
and
Did you have any kids yet?
nope,
Okay.
we were here for a few years before we had kids. So
Okay.
I didn't have
knitting
anything
first,
to do.
kids
Yep,
next.
I didn't have anything to do, so I taught myself to knit.
Good for you. That's good. Yeah, I wished I had known how to knit when my kids were babies because I think
Yeah.
those baby knits are super fun.
I started knitting before I had babies. I lived in Albuquerque at the time, and I worked in a fine art print shop. And a gal came in, one of my coworkers, and she had this olive green cable knit sweater she's working on, and I just about jumped out of my pants. I'm like, what are you doing? Whatever you're doing, I need to learn how to do it. And she taught me a couple things, but then a little shop that was probably about as big as this room in Albuquerque called Quality Yarns. She told me she would teach me how to knit if I bought yarn from her, and I bought red yarn and I made a red wool sweater.
There you
But
go.
not red heart yarn.
No,
Oh, thank
I
God.
never knit
Okay.
with red heart.
So
ever.
what inspired you? Like, did you just randomly say, "Oh, knitting"?
Well,
Yeah,
my
what-
mom kind of knew how to
Okay.
knit, and a long, long time ago, like I was in high school, she was like, "I'll make you a scarf," and it took. I don't think she ever finished it, and it always like looked really bad. So I
You
saw
remember
her
that,
knit
though.
once, you know, like for that one project, and then. Yeah, when we moved here, I was bored. I didn't have a job yet, and then my husband went away to Alaska to help install some solar panels.
Oh,
And I
You were
was
really
like,
bored.
yeah, he was gone for like 2 weeks,
Oh my
and we were only here for like a week at that
Oh,
point.
no.
And I didn't know anybody, so I was
Yeah.
like, I will learn how to knit, and I made him a scarf while he was away.
Where were you
Okay.
living, man? Where, like,
We were on the west end here, but we were in a rental, so it was like over on like 15th and.
so was there
Somewhere.
even was there YouTube back then?
No,
feel
I
like an
taught
old
myself
person.
out of a book. It was
Okay.
like learn how
Yeah.
to knit or something,
Uh-huh.
and that's
Knitting.
why my knitting style is way different than most people because I learned from a book.
Okay.
And so I knit weird, and I knit continental because that was the first option
oh,
in the book. They had English too. It's just the
Yeah.
continental was first. So I was like,
Okay,
okay,
fun. Well,
Yep.
good for you. That takes some drive, really.
yeah.
Cool. Okay, so wait, what's next on our list? Oh, your favorite thing. Okay, so you learned how to knit. You started having babies. Favorite things to knit.
Probably
Over the years.
Well, socks and sweaters are probably.
Okay.
I kind of.
when did you make your first sweater? Was it for
Oh.
you or was it for one of your kids?
I think it was for me, and it was probably like after the kids were born. I don't think I made any baby knits until my son came around. Or sweaters. I don't think I'd made one for my daughter, but and I think it was like a T-shirt or something, to be honest, or maybe an Elizabeth Zimmerman pattern, something like that. But I learned a lot. Now they fit.
Oh yeah. Every project you learn something, I think, still. And then you started designing.
I started my first published like paid for pattern. I think was about 5.5 years, 6 years ago. Socks, and I have I think over 60 designs now.
That's good.
Between free ones and pay for ones. So.
So, and then socks. You've taught many classes for us,
Yep.
and socks for sure.
Yep.
You're kind of our go-to brioche gal.
Yep.
Basic brioche skills. Yeah, but definitely, yeah, I can tell that you love socks.
I do love socks.
Yeah, they're a good go-to for sure.
And it helps that all my husband and kids all love to wear hand knit socks. So we got a lot of socks in the house.
I love that. I love the pictures that people post of like their sock drawers, their hand knit socks. And
I don't
just
have
tidy.
enough room in my sock
Oh
drawers.
my gosh, that's awesome.
I have socks under the bed in bins.
Okay, that's the opposite of me. The
Socks
socks
are
that I
fun.
have in my drawer have never. I mean, the hand knit ones have never been knit by me.
I
other
think the
people.
thing about socks, I don't knit a ton of socks, but the thing about, I think it's really easy to just grab a needle and sock yarn and go. Like if
It's
you're
very travel.
yeah, you don't have to plan like how many needles do I need for this
Yep.
sweater and all the marker. I mean, you
Yep.
don't, you. So I think that's pretty nice.
Yeah, and everybody has at least one random skein of sock yarn usually in their stash that it's like, oh,
And
what am I going to do with this?
I started with a skein that Hannah Circus Tonic gifted us. I was like, I want to play with her yarn, and so I'm just doing a pretty basic one. But that like hand dyed sock yarn, and the ease of just grabbing a skein, a needle, and going. I think I don't know. It's all like really symbiotic. Is
Yep.
the word? Okay.
It goes well together.
But anyway, so we wanted Shannon to come by because we have a plan to talk about for March.
Yep, we're
and part of April.
launching the Soxies. So that will be the 3rd annual Soxie Awards. And I mean, we'd love for you to partake. You might win all the awards, but you could probably knit socks for every category.
Yeah, I
and
knit a
still
lot
get
of
them done at
socks.
the end of the thing. But also we're launching 6 weeks of socks.
Right. So in conjunction with Soxies, which is the knit a pair of socks, submit in certain categories, and then the friendly voting competition.
Right.
With our
There's
email
also
platform.
going to be 6 weeks with a series of classes, a series of, we're going to have some sock sales once a week. Anybody that joins will have access to a pattern that Miss Larson here has designed exclusively for us. So there's lots of great reasons to partake.
We've already had
in.
someone sign
Yep,
up for
someone
for
signed up, and I
Soxies.
just made it live. Really,
Oh, funny.
seriously, like
That's-
a minute before she
Can
did
you get
that.
alerts? I wonder. On our, I doubt it. Sorry.
Well, yeah, I mean, I heard it on my phone.
Well, no. I mean, could someone following us get alerts
Oh.
if we post something on the website that's live? I doubt it.
don't know about
don't know.
that.
Maybe she just had good timing.
Yeah.
Probably there's
Yeah.
an app for that.
I bet there is. I bet there is. Okay, so we're gonna do 6 weeks of socks. It's so Shannon has designed a cool pattern, and so all 6 weeks of socks / Soxies participants are gonna get the download code for this exclusive pattern.
Which we don't have yet, so Keely, don't get excited.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah.
But we will show and tell the socks in a minute. I don't know, when are we supposed to do that?
Whenever we want, we're in charge.
Okay. Okay, well, let's just run down, and then I want to debut those because they're super cute.
Okay, so $15 to do the 6 weeks of socks. So one of your first perks is you get automatic entry into the Soxies. So you don't have to pay an extra $15 to partake in the Soxies, and that includes multiple entries, really.
Oh, yeah.
As many as you'd like.
And Soxies awards will be our usual bragging rights plus the $25 gift card.
Right. So there's like, I think like 5 categories. I dropped one out because I felt like we
really?
didn't get anybody last year. So, but yeah, there's at least 5 or 6 categories. So there's going to be a category for everyone.
Then we're going to do buy one, get one 50% off sales each week on different sock yarns.
Right. So,
And so we've got the schedule.
and that's already on the registration page. And so probably there's going to, well, there is for sure, a hand-dyed sock yarn and then a commercially dyed sock yarn. So you're going to have access to 2 different, and so both of those you'll do buy one, get one at half off. So
that'll be fun. We're doing a knit in public on March 14th, a Thursday night at the Cider House.
And I mean, technically it's a sock knitting night.
Yeah, I mean, you can, other people could come. We don't want to be super exclusive on that, but we are inviting,
a sockist.
we're definitely inviting our friend Wendy, who's another sock knitting extraordinaire. She is, she's really, she works full time teaching, and she's working on her master's degree, so her time, you know, like to teach a class or whatever is a little bit limited.
But it's not limited to knitting socks.
No.
But so anyway, she's gonna come and we'll just, you know, pick her brain. I think right now her favorite designer is Summer Lee.
Yep.
Yeah, we love her, yeah.
So just kind of fun. She's that one's, it's like the Cider House sock. I think she did
Well,
a
that's
bunch.
perfect then.
Oh my gosh. You're right.
Because we're going to meet
Is that
at
what
the
it's
cider
called?
house.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
it is.
funny,
The one with the
okay.
cables and
Yeah.
the stripes. Yeah.
Weird. Okay, that's funny. Okay, and then we're gonna do mini workshops.
Wait, that is going to be March 14th.
Oh, sorry.
So
Write it down.
write that down, and that's,
Okay.
maybe we'll get one of those little rooms. Do they still do those?
They have those rooms.
Oh, cool.
Private rooms. Okay. Soxies contest. I think some people are only in it for the contest at this point.
And that is fine. So you just have to start, March 1st, and then the end of March is your deadline.
We're doing 6 weeks of socks,
Oh,
so we bumped it.
Oh, we're adding. All right.
We're
I
at
didn't know
6
that.
weeks.
Not everybody passes on the information, although it was written down there, and I didn't completely read it. I might need to change that on the Soxies. Okay.
So deadline April 12th. That's mid-April. Then we'll do the voting thing. Okay.
And then we're going to have some mini workshops, and I'm thinking are you teaching them, or is it just shop people?
Well, we're gonna have
Don't know.
yeah.
So
We're
it's probably
still
not
finalizing, but yeah, during the day, like lunchtime ish on Monday, Wednesday, or Thursday, we have some staff on those days who are committed or who have agreed to whenever we get it figured out, they will either do. It depends. I mean, we'll get a schedule, but Kitchener, magic looping, picking up stitches. So just kind of mini little, drop in, pick their brain, and that'll be free for Soxies participants.
Yep.
Okay. We do know we're going to have a sock tube workshop. I said early April, Shannon.
Yeah.
Tentative.
So far, I don't know.
Okay.
We looked at our schedule, our calendar, and March is getting kind of booked up.
Yeah.
So we're thinking,
And I know you're busy too.
the
so
second
well,
weekend,
yeah,
I think is what we were
yeah.
looking
Anyway,
at.
we'll
And-
finalize that.
Okay.
But-
all right. So
So
now,
wait.
what are we talking about?
Well,
when
the
we're
sock
talking-
tube workshop. So
Right.
we've got these sock tubes, and people are. I mean, they're beautiful.
Yep.
But we need a little bit of help from a pro
And this is what
to figure out what to do with this.
turning that into this.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
All right, and
So-
Shannon's figured it out.
So what are we doing?
So I'll teach you guys how to separate a tube and then add in your toe and your afterthought heel. Everything's completely afterthought. And then at the top of the tubes is waste yarn. And you can always just pick that out and add your needles up there to add your cuff. Or you could even, some people like to fold it down and make like a hung hem type
Okay.
thing where you fold down the top. It just depends on what people like to do, but
Can you literally cut that tube in half?
Yeah, I like to pick up the stitches first, so you don't have to worry
Uh-huh.
about but yes.
A lot of
I
unraveling.
kind
Yeah.
of wondered about how
Yep.
you're gonna
Yeah,
do that.
you basically just cut a stitch and then
Well,
pick it
these
out.
are.
Yeah.
I mean, this is live.
Yep.
Yeah.
But what about
Huh,
the heel?
cool.
Well, we don't want to give away all
Yeah.
the secrets.
Yep.
But
So we'll have
The
a
heel
workshop.
you cut in too. You gotta cut your yarn.
but do you have to put like a yarn in there first? And
Needles.
Needles. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Pick up stitches first. It's easier, so you don't have to worry about dropping stitches.
Okay.
But that's a fun one, and that sock tube is.
It's
What
actually
yarn is
a
that?
round mountain.
It's
Round Mountain.
The,
Yeah.
Is
it's
that jumping spider?
Yeah, it's the jumping spider
Oh,
one. I
fun.
think.
Oh,
Jumping-
speaking of spiders, something bit me.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, like here.
Yeah, look
it
everyone
is
at this
really-
giant red
It's
spot
like
on her
a
nose.
hard. Okay, so I need some advice. I think as I'm aging, I'm getting more sensitive to bug bites, and I know that's happened to my mom. So it's genetic, whatever. Or else bugs are getting worse, which I think is a little.
Skin changes in
Or
general.
you're just
as
more
you age,
attractive
so.
to bugs.
I don't know. Yeah, could be like hormones, whatever. But anyway, yesterday at some point mid-afternoon, I'm like, what? Why do I have this bump? And it hurt because I wear glasses. And so then I put Benadryl on it when I went to bed.
That's
Woke
probably
up in the
was
morning
smart.
and sort of like a
You're not-
subtle swelling.
You're not too bad.
It's not bad,
Yeah.
but now it's not. Now it still kind of hurts, which is what was happening to me all last summer. Like a mosquito bite, I'd get this welt.
Maybe
And
you
anyway.
got bit up at Red Lodge.
No, it happened yesterday during the day. I think it was probably like a mini spider or something, like jumping
Possible.
spider. Okay, but anyway, okay. I don't want to wear bug spray all summer. I'm not going to do that.
Right.
But
But there
what
is-
are some natural things?
There are natural like bug sprays that.
Yeah, I know like lavender is a
Yeah.
good one that deters, and there's some other ones.
Yeah, I
I'm
thought
not
about
sure.
just like putting
Rosemary
lavender all
maybe
over.
too.
My
Okay.
sister-in-law makes a really good, natural bug spray. I should ask her
Okay.
what that recipe is.
Yeah, you
'cause-
could just.
I need it.
There's a different essential oils, and you could just like dab them like
Right.
on your,
yeah,
neck.
go away,
or-
go away, bugs.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, so yeah, now we're back,
We
back on track.
digress.
Okay, so and then if you guys have, something that you're dying to learn that's sock related, pop it in somewhere because we could feed that to Shannon too. I
Right.
mean, this is the logical time, but Shannon lives here, so we could
We can
we
ask
could
her
schedule
whenever.
it later. It doesn't
Yep.
have to be during the 6 weeks of socks. So anyway, that's that. And then
Well-
also,
What?
what?
I was just going to reiterate about why
we have to
you should register for the 6 weeks of socks. I mean,
I think the main reason would be to get that pattern.
yes,
personally.
that's probably one of the main reasons, but there's just so many things that you have access to that if you don't sign up, you're not going to get it. I mean, even if you're not a sock knitter, I would sign up because of the discounts for the sock yarns.
Yeah.
Because every single sock yarn that we have in the store is represented. That includes all of the hand dyes, all of the, the regular ones. That means local guys, everything is listed in here. So that is like, if, without being a sock knitter, that'd be a great reason to
And
do
there's
it.
so many things you can knit with sock
Oh,
yarns.
Yeah,
I
totally.
I know.
Does not have to be socks.
Okay, so maybe we should have a little drum roll, and hopefully
Yeah.
you guys can see this. I'm
bet
going to
you
put
can.
this right up to the
First
camera.
of all, what's it called?
It is called Cocktail Hour Socks.
Can you see
Cute.
the martini glass
That's
in
so
there?
fun.
I'm not a sock knitter, but I might make this one.
So Shannon designed so that it's on each side, like the outside of your foot.
Yep.
Cute.
So, and this is, what is
I
this
love it.
yarn?
That's the Fiber Company.
the
Amble.
amble, which,
Yeah.
we love that yarn, which
is
is
good.
on the list.
Someone popped in. Love that.
I see that.
That's so cute.
And so, this is probably going to do better in a solid, obviously.
Yeah, a solid or tonal or even like a very, 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 very light speckle, I think would be
Yeah.
all right. Like some of the Circus Tonics are very like mildly like just
she's got some little pops.
yeah.
I
That would
just
be
ordered
adorable.
some very pale colors from Round Mountain, if you can believe it.
Really?
A whole group of pinks.
Oh, interesting.
Like
Oh,
pale
okay.
pinks, not bright.
Well, and
But
this could be
that'd be
cute
pretty.
if you wanted to pop in, you know, the crazy speckles for heels and toes.
Yep.
That could be fun
Well,
too.
and what I liked about this yarn, the lore, or yeah, not lore,
No,
Amble.
amble,
Yeah.
is you guys also have the minis for it. So
Oh,
I just
yeah.
used a mini for the.
Did
Yeah,
you
toes and
have
toes.
enough for
Yep,
in
I
one
did.
mini to
For
do
all of
all
it.
of that?
I did, but
Okay,
I
good.
also have not huge feet, so
Right.
I'm gonna.
These are so
What
cute.
size do you wear?
I wear an 8, but I have
Oh.
or 8.5, but I have narrow feet,
Oh,
so my stitch
okay.
count
Is less.
is less.
Right.
It's this sock. I think I did 56. A lot of my socks, if it's a because
I
this
should
is
try
a
it on.
thicker yarn.
I have
It is a thicker
smaller
yarn.
feet, but
The
I don't
thinner
know that
yarn I
have
do
narrow
60
feet.
Okay.
stitches usually.
Sweet.
So I wonder if you could maybe do like in charger or something in there where those are.
You could.
You could.
I didn't
but
want to
why
make
would
it
you
too
do that?
complicated for people. So
But
I
you've
was
already
like,
got the charts.
You
so.
could, but
yeah,
why?
It's just a
Cocktail
knit and purl.
hours, right?
Cocktail hour.
Oh, so then these would be perfect to wear during cocktail hour.
Those are sweet.
I love
Yeah,
That's so
this.
cute. Love it. Okay, so that's like last year we did the mugs, right?
We did the mugs. And
For
this,
all the things, I think.
Yeah, we did different mugs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. This year
Yeah.
we did a bag for stripities and a pattern is your lucky.
Yeah. Yeah, we're switching it up a little
Infinitely
bit.
more useful.
We're deviating from
really.
dishes.
Yeah, not breakable.
And taking advantage of having a local designer right here.
Yeah, I think we're pretty lucky that way. Thanks
Yay.
for being in Billings.
You're
yeah,
welcome.
thanks, Shannon. It's great. We are lucky.
Well, what else has Shannon been working on? Because we have another thing happening in March, which she has already done.
yeah,
Something that we suggested anyway. It's
Well,
not like she
kind of
whipped it out
based on-
just for us. but
Really, no,
this
kind of
one
based
maybe
on
she
her
did.
suggestion. I mean, like on one of your videos, you were talking about that. And,
Yep.
yeah, anyway, so, and we talked about Happy and Scrappy
Right.
knit along that we're going to start in March. We mentioned it last week. But anyway, so Shannon actually has one of the options, project options. She's got one all done. So we asked her to bring
Okay.
it so we could show.
This is the jelly roll blanket.
That's cute.
Does it matter the
This
side?
is the right side, actually.
Okay.
For,
All right. Here,
so you
we'll
see the
just...
lines a bit.
Oh, look at all the gorgeous
I love
colors.
it.
They're not all brown.
No, because it's leftover sock yarn, and I make crazy socks.
Right.
That's pretty.
So this is the jelly roll blanket.
So that's one of the two
So-
projects that we are suggesting for our Happy Scrappy knit along, where you come share, you know, good quality sock yarn leftovers.
So when you do this, you do one of these first, and then it's kind of a pickup
Yep,
as you go.
you pick up as you go.
Okay.
And you can put stitches on hold if you get tired of knitting one strip, but it's not that big of a deal to just keep going until you get to the end.
Cool.
So at first it's easy, and then it's cumbersome.
Yeah, it gets to be. I mean, it was nice to finish it up in the winter because I finished this in January, and so it was like, oh, it was a blanket
It's
that I was
cozy.
Right.
under.
Right, all the time.
Yeah.
And did you have to turn too often? Probably
Just knitting.
just that one
Well,
side.
yeah,
just
you-
that one.
It's
section.
garter stitch, so you do turn it, but you don't have to turn the whole blanket because
Right,
you're
just
just
that
working
little
that little
section,
side.
right.
Yeah,
Nice.
And how long did it take you to do the I-cord bind off?
a few days.
a few days. A few days. It looks nice
I
on
love
both
it.
sides. It's
But you
beautiful.
use the same sock yarn.
Nope, it's all
No.
different types. There's,
But no, I
Right.
mean on the I-cord.
yeah, I did all the way
Oh,
around.
yeah.
That is actually a
Round.
no, it's a fiber seed.
Oh,
For
right.
back when you
there
guys
you
used to have
go.
fiber
Yeah,
seeds.
yeah.
Cool.
It's a leftover.
Yeah.
I had a huge
I
chunk
bet
of
you
it left.
did. Yeah,
So
that
I
was a
was
good
like-
one.
So does that pattern give some suggestions for like? So the other one we've got to do, or the other one that's in the plan is this.
Sweet shop.
Thank you. And she has very specific. I think because some people just have little itty bitty stashes left, and so she wants you to weigh and really plan it if you want to. You don't have to, But if you want to plan it, she gives really specific directions. Does this person do that too?
No, like,
Okay.
so I think some of mine, I have just the tiniest amount
Yeah, I saw
left.
one that was
There's
just
some
a
are
little,
just a
like,
little bit.
This one.
So
Yeah.
they're not
It's
all. Oh,
Yeah, some
just
are
a
like
little
just
bit.
like 3 or 4 grams probably left,
Okay.
and I just threw it in there because it's like, well, and some are a lot bigger because of what I had.
Yeah,
Cool.
here's the color I recognize.
I love it.
That's yarn bar color.
Oh,
From
fun.
Polka Dot Sheep.
That's really fun because the thing I like about these scrappy projects is you can look back and say, "Oh, that was
Memories.
that
Yep,
suck,"
I
and
remember-
give that to
It's really
so-and-so.
annoying. I remember almost.
It's annoying.
Well, my husband finds it annoying because my memory is better than his, and I know exactly
pretty one.
what one I
Yeah.
used it
Uh-huh.
all for and whose socks they were, and or if it was not socks. Like this one is in a sweater that I have.
Uh-huh.
and,
Cool.
Yeah. So
I think that's great. I love it. So I think so. If we're sharing with, you could say, "Oh, like what as this grows, if people continue to come, yada yada." There's a lot of ifs, but you can look at someone's blanket and say, "Oh, there's my whatever that
Yep.
was."
well,
So
And yours, Sue, you're doubling yours, right? Like doubling fingering weight
yeah,
for that
she
one?
suggests either a DK or doubled up fingering weight. So that is what I'm doing, and I have a good start.
And you were slightly concerned about your pickups, but then you realized
I realized
is correct.
it's all good, and I like it. It's kind of addictive. So these are it's short rows. It's all modular construction. Anyway, I'm enjoying it.
I
So I
think,
wanted to
mean,
get
the
it going
design
so we
is
could
so
talk about it.
nice. I just think it's so pleasant to look at.
yep. That
Yeah.
that one I will say
I
is
love-
more of a put together scrappy project, and this is more of a crazy scrappy project.
Right, like you might think about planning
Yep.
that one out a little bit more because you've got a common color that you probably
But
want to.
it does. It
you don't
totally
have
does
to
not
be,
have to
right.
be.
Yeah.
So, anyway, and she gives pretty good directions about the whole like weighing it out and planning that way for itty bitty leftovers you might have. Now, there's nothing to say you couldn't like start a triangle and say, "Ooh, I ran out," and just pop something else in.
Right.
there.
Yeah.
Right.
So, anyway, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
And
then-
this one has a DK weight version going.
Yeah,
too.
she just came out, released the DK weight like mods, I guess, to this.
Oh, okay.
Because a lot of people were already making it DK.
Well, wouldn't that just be like
Hmm.
change your needle size?
Yeah, and change your stitch count essentially, but
Right.
she figured she'd add it to the patterns, and so
Uh-huh.
many people are doing it already. And I still didn't even go by her stitch count because I didn't on that one either. I did a different stitch count, but. So I have a bunch of leftover I'm using all superwash so I can wash it because I have kids and dogs. And so I'm using superwash leftover DK, and I'm not doing fingering held double on this one. I'm just doing DK. My first one, my finished blanket, is fingering single, so that one took forever. This one I just started this weekend.
How long has this been? Like over a year or two?
Oh, it was 2020, I think,
Oh, okay.
2021, somewhere in there. So
Okay.
it was a long
Ongoing.
time ago I started it.
That's the great thing
Yeah.
about blankets and things like
It's
this.
something you can just
they
pick
go
up. It's a
on
great
and on.
like kind of a palette cleanser when you've been
Yep.
working on like a really complicated project,
Anything,
a
yeah.
sweater or something.
Yeah.
That oh my god, I need a break, a brain break, a body break.
Yeah.
So
And this is just like, it's,
and I love that you're doing it at least right now on little straight.
well, that's what all I do because you just pick up, and this is the amount of stitches you will always
Okay.
have, even when you're
Okay.
picking up, because you're only doing a strip at a time, and
Right,
you pick up as you
okay.
go.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Wait.
it's just little
Yeah.
tiny needles that you need. A lot of people will use DPNs, so they don't have a big
right.
needle.
I've done that before
Yep.
too. Yeah.
Cute.
These are the signatures that they don't, they went
I
out
know
of
that
business.
company's gone.
Yeah.
I can't.
Right.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
kind of
I'm
a bummer.
working on the Lulu slipover, and the little button band is just like this.
Yeah.
So it's only 16 stitches. So
Yeah, you don't need
know,
your giant
I
cord
don't.
and all that.
No,
Yeah.
I
all the
don't.
things. Cool. Okay, so that we're gonna kick that off the Happy
These are all the
Scrappy on March 19th, which is around the first day of spring, I think. And then we have dates about once a month, or once a month through September.
So
kind of
even
set.
they might appreciate being part of the 6 weeks of Soxies if you decide you need to add to your stash.
Oh my
it's
goodness,
a good way
totally. If
to add
you-
some yarns to your
So
stash.
this one, this is Lana Vendelay Chic Blend. This is Emma's.
Do
and
we still
this-
have some Lana Vendelay in the sale section?
Yeah, we did add some. or I don't know. We've got a Lavendulate order pending, so
Right.
some might go to sale section. But anyway, and then this is Erica Knight.
Yeah, that looks like Wool Local.
Right. So I have kind of and this is Scout.
But I love the combination.
Oh, so you're not holding that double.
I'm not holding
Okay.
that double. So I'm sort of, when the scrappy starts, I think I'm going to kind of stick to this muted-ish. I don't know, there's a lot of ways it could
kind
go.
of a Shanon color.
Mm-hmm. That's my vibe.
That's pretty, isn't
Yeah.
it? I like
Earth
it.
tones.
Earth tones.
It'll look lovely at someone's cabin.
It'll be pretty. I think I'm happy with it. So, and then Shannon has brought a bunch of socks
Oh, yeah.
too. We
Oh,
should
yes.
have
All
a
right,
nice
let me
little
just
sock
move
stack.
some of these here. Am I picking up anything?
Yeah, I got it. Here,
Okay.
I'll just throw it over here.
This blanket is awesome. It's a really nice weight too. The fingering weight.
Yeah, it's not overly heavy, but
It's
still
not.
warm.
It's just
Right.
just a cozy. It's really cool.
Okay.
Or
All right.
warm.
Socks.
All right.
All right. Discuss.
All right, so I brought a variety of, I think they're all my designs, but
Okay, cool.
so this is my DK weight shadow wrap that I added a little in the design. You have the option for this little color work. There's an option
Is
for
that
stripes.
mohair at the top?
Yeah,
I
so
love
I
that.
did I did DK weight for the sock, and then I held fingering and mohair for the contrast. So it's
Nice.
Okay, that's good.
super fuzzy.
How does that wash? Okay.
Yeah, it washes just fine.
Nice.
I don't like regular
put your
wash.
stuff
in
I
the
put it in
duty.
the washer, but I put it in like on a
The gentle.
gentle
wool
and
roll
then
cycle.
you just hang them to
and then
dry.
I hang them to dry.
Okay.
Yep. And then I brought
Those are cute.
This is I have a shorty version and a taller version. This is rock socks,
I like that one.
Western Sky Knits.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So this is I love this pattern. It's super cushy.
Yeah, I like that little.
That stitch pattern.
This
Yeah.
part. Yeah, I'm not much like. I don't really see the point sometimes to put a lot of stitch work on the
No.
footbed because I don't want to. Well, first of all, you don't see it,
Yep.
but sometimes it's not as comfortable. But this one feels
Yeah.
kind of like little pillows.
That's a good one too. That's
This
a
one's
new
my
one.
newer one. I released this last December, I think. It's "Time May Change Me." It's a Bowie
Pretty.
song.
What
And
is it?
it's a David Bowie song.
Oh,
Changes.
right. Oh, right.
Because every time this is made for self striping. Every time you change a color in your self striping, you do a little texture, and then you go on. And so that's
nice.
that. This one is
I love that athletic,
woolen,
like
yep,
the athletic look. I
woolen
think that's
socks.
so fun.
Again, it has just a simple texture on it, and then I put some stripes up at the cuff because these are like a boot sock in my mind.
Yeah, that would be super cute.
Yep, and so that's called
Nice.
woolen socks. This one I did with conjunction with Mad Tosh a while back. So this is some Madeline Tosh that they sent me, and it is called Bourbon
That's-
and Bark, I think
That's
is the name of it.
That's fancy.
Yeah, I got a lot of cables
Did that
on
have
that
to
one.
do with more
That's
the
a lot
color
of-
of the
The
yarn
color
that
was-
they sent you?
Bourbon something, and it looked. I
Kinda
designed
looks
it off of
barky.
like our poplar trees
Okay,
bark.
gotcha.
So
Oh, pretty.
yeah,
Yeah.
this one has cables all the way around.
Yeah.
They suck in really good. This one is one of my favorites. I love this.
Kind of similar to your
Yeah, this one
changes.
is not designed for self striping. You change the colors, so you can get the color changes to do that. And it's called Shermer Socks. It's designed after the Breakfast Club. I picked out colors for the 5 characters in the Breakfast
Oh,
Club.
cool.
And then the principal's suit was the contrast. So I love that pattern.
So is that like literally based on something they were wearing in the movie?
No, it's just I figured, oh, okay, this one
So
looks
who's
like this is
Molly?
the brain. Oh, that one's Molly.
Okay.
The pink. So it's like the brain, the jock, the basket head, the princess, and the criminal.
Oh, that's Sheen, right?
Principal, too.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
And then the principal. And then this is another pair I have written for both shorty and tall, where you do one of these lateral braids. And this one's called the. What is this one called? It's something to do with. I can't remember what it's called right now, but it's
Too many designs out there.
yeah, it's something to do with the ringed planets. Oh, Jovian socks, because Jovian
Oh.
is another term for the gas giants.
Okay.
So, and
Okay,
they
I
all
probably
have
wouldn't
rings.
have known that one.
They all have rings. My family is very
I feel
spacey.
smarter today.
And then it has like I have a faded toe
Oh,
on this
cute.
design, so it's got the rings at the top and the faded toe for more rings at the
Cute.
bottom. So,
That's cute. Maybe we should have a little workshop for this.
yeah.
I know that's kind of fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah,
Okay.
for making those
Yeah.
little braids.
I think that could be fun. Yeah, it's a nice, a little new technique and not a huge project.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it sort of like an applied eye cord or something?
A little bit. I mean, usually a lot of times you'll see it like in two colors
Okay.
in like color work, like mittens and stuff. They'll
Oh,
have it at
okay.
the bottom of the mitten, so it's
Right.
the same type of technique. It's just with one color.
Okay, cool.
Cute.
I like it.
Yep.
And Shannon was also saying that she's seen people doing with these tubes fingerless gloves where you just cut in a little bit for your thumb. And what else? Oh, we thought leg warmers could be fun. Even like skinny sleeves,
Oh.
like knit a
Oh my
tube.
God. For like that sock arm
Right.
sweater. Then you
Uh-huh.
don't even have to like knit it.
Sleeve Island cheating.
No kidding.
Anyway, definitely not for all arm people, but
Yeah, well, I know. Right. Maybe Elise.
Really skinny arms.
really skinny arms. Okay, anyway, well, is that it? Oh, hang on, hold your horses.
Oh, yes. So,
It's Leap
it's a
Day.
good thing if you're still hanging around, you're going to find out about our Leap Day sale. You know, it only happens once every 4 years, so you have
It'll
to
be a good one.
come. So basically, the whole store will be 10%
Yeah.
off.
Nice.
But
don't do that often.
But there's going to be about 15 different
a few things will be
that
hidden
are going to
away.
be hidden discounts, and they're going to be 29% off.
Nice.
So, not knowing, you got to come in.
Right.
Don't delay.
So obviously, sales section, which is already 30% off, will be 40% off on Thursday.
Oh my God. Thanks for telling me.
Come on, obviously.
Since
No,
everything's 10%
that's
off.
awesome. I think that's an awesome idea. So, and we've got, our sales section is probably like some people's yarn store because it's a good,
Yep,
it's a good
one.
section.
We're not
Without-
messing around without
no.
stuff. So anyway, okay, well, 6 weeks of socks.
Yep. Join
Socksies.
for this pattern
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah, super cute, wonderful.
All
and
right.
thanks for joining
Yeah,
us, Shannon.
thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
she's
Yep.
Just Living Designs.
Hopefully we got a boost, both of us.
Yeah, come on, come on, YouTube.
Okay, you guys keep chatting
Okay.
amongst yourselves.
Chatting.
Chatting.
Did you say that some people are testing this for you?
Yep, I have
Okay.
a couple testers
All
to
right.
make sure that it works for both feet.
Ah, very good. Yeah, cute. I love it. It's really, really good one.
There it is. Now it's over here.
Oh, okay. Have a good day.
See
Bye.
you later.